we're getting into a conversation this morning that is about, training up the youth to get busy, to get something to do for themselves. Of course, looking at, our space and how youth unemployment has become a thing that we're all, are trying to rectify in our country. So this morning, we're talking about Bring the A Game project. And my guest this morning, I've got with me Nicoline Olsen. I have to take my time. I mentioned that right. She is a senior manager for Nordics and volunteer training at the game, and also the head of the Playmakers program, which we will be talking about. And Mohammed Tahir is the co-founder of Dank Grassroots. And so we'll talk about the project and what we should be expecting in the upcoming programs and all that. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
You've been here before, like Ghana?
It's my first time.
First time in Ghana?
Yeah, so nice to be here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How's it been?
It's been wonderful. I love the food here and the people, and nice to get some sun, and met a lot of young people with a lot of things on their hearts.
Great.
So
don't worry, the sun you get plenty. you get lots of the sun.
Yeah.
Are you talking about food already? What have you eaten?
I had the peanut butter soup with fish.
Oh,
granite soup.
That's granite soup. That's granite soup.
Very spicy.
Okay.
Yeah, and the red. I like that.
Oh, when you go back, the other one, the upgraded go back. Anyway, that's good to hear. Mohammed,
yes.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I'm from here. I'm your brother man.
Fantastic. So this program, Bring the A Game, let me start with you first.
Yes, boss.
The idea for it, you being the co-founder of Dank Grassroots, and how you getting all these partners involved to help. Yeah.
Right. So the Bring the A Game is a continuation of a series of projects that we've run in partnership with Game from Denmark. So Dank is based in Ghana, and like you said, the population of Ghana, there's half of us are more than under 30 years. It's a youthful population. So we got into partnership with Game in 2019. So the birth of the Playmaker program started from Game.
Okay.
And we took that concept and brought it to Ghana to try it since 2019. And it's been working really well. So the idea pretty much is, like you said, empowering youth through sports, using sports as a tool, giving them some life skills, giving them some leadership skills so that they can use those competencies to train other children in their local communities.
Okay.
And that is how far we've come since 2019, and now we launched the Bring the A Game as part of the continuation of the project.
Fantastic, and I think that this probably is coming at a very good time, looking at the African Games that took place and the whole excitement around it, right? That happened. And to you, Nicoline, what was the motivation or the drive for you to come on board this project?
Yeah, I think for us in Game, as an international NGO, we have partners in different countries, and meeting this partner Game, Dank, back in 2019, we could see that they had a lot of experience in doing sports program. We also had a lot of experience in using sport as a method to create social change, and really saw a match here, and saw some of the more universal things that we can actually do through sports, no matter if it's in Denmark or Ghana, or if it's in Kenya or Greenland. So it was really a perfect match to see how can we bring this method of using sport as a way to create social change and make sure that we can fit it to this context here in Ghana in a good way.
But more when it comes to sports, I mean, in Ghana, football is of course like one of the first things, boxing, and the other sports and activities that are also coming in. But when the youth get into these sports stuff, they think like, no school, you just have to go do the game, not necessarily learning anything that will add up to what they're doing. So what are you adding up to them? So that's not just about playing football, boxing or any other thing like that.
Thank you. And I like that question. I'll just give a short reference to the African Games. There was a 3x3 basketball during the African Games, and actually one of the players, I think he was the tallest, representing the Ghanaian team, was a kid from our program.
Oh.
He came from the program when he was only, I think, about 14 years, and now he's 22, and he's representing Ghana in the African Games. And that was like a big inspiration for a lot of the youth in the program that we have. And connecting that to your question in education, when you come to the Dank program, from the outside it looks like you're only playing basketball, but from the inside, there are some rules and regulations. It's very simple. We have a library at our facility. For you to play basketball, you have to complete X hours in the library, which gives you an eligibility to train the next day.
Oh, okay.
So if you are not in the library, you are not training the next day. And then, of course, if there's games, then you are not selected to those games. Another angle of that, to that question is we also provide scholarship to local schools here, especially in high schools. So Accra Wesley Girls, Accra Academy, and some other high schools that we've partnered with. So the kids that are graduating from junior high school, we are sending them to these schools on scholarship to also play basketball for the team and also get education. So it's always linked. It's always linked to education. It's always linked to the competencies. We are never promoting, you know, come play with us and you become professional. Of course, that is an outcome that could happen. But primarily, we are focusing on staying in school, having these life skills, developing your social competencies, and getting education whilst you're also practicing your right to play.
Great. These young people, do you go for them or they come to you?
Yeah, they come to us to answer the question. And some of the methods for that that we also took from game, there is a lot of the street culture in that mobilization strategy. So we are based in Jamestown, for example, one of our centers. And if you start like playing music and adding all that street culture to the sports, automatically you start having kids coming. But for us as an institution, of course, we do follow like the community entry and meet their community leaders and announce our presence. But with the children, it's usually the street strategies that we use to get them.
So for now, I'm just going to call you Nico. So, so you've been to the centers and seeing the as you mentioned, the street culture in Ghana and all the kids there. What's the idea for you as a part of this that could catapult the program, you know, to the next level?
Okay, can you repeat that question?
So I'm asking that you seeing how getting to Ghana and seeing how things are done here with the kids on the street and all of that. What is your idea also that you can bring up, you know, together with Danky and say that, okay, let's do this way or that way?
Yeah, definitely. So what I experienced most coming to Ghana is that I met a lot of the very experienced playmakers, the experienced youth, and I've seen that they have so much drive. They are so reflective about the youth and about their future, and what we try to bring here with Bring the A Game also is to try and link sport even more to the social part of the program. So trying to link sport even more to enhancing life skills. So how you very concretely can use sport as a way to enhance different life skills with kids and youth. And I've seen that the youth have responded very well to also adding more of this method into the program, and are very keen to also use this way of doing sport as a very concrete way to enhance life skills such as creative thinking, empathy, leadership skills through the sports drills. And this weekend we're going to have a playmaker camp for more than 100 youth from across Accra, and they're going to work with this very specific way of enhancing life skills through sports.
Beautiful. What was the most popular sport and activity in Denmark?
Football.
Oh, football also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Football is a very popular activity, but for us it's also important to offer other activities because you know probably the same in Ghana. If you haven't played football since you could almost walk, it's difficult to get into a football field. So it's important that we have different kind of sports to offer the youth because, as Mo says, this is not about only creating Olympic stars. This is also about creating safe communities for kids and youth who might not have been part of sports communities before. So we need different ways to come into a positive sports community.
Okay, great. Well, if you just tune in, we're talking about Bring the A Game project. It's a project that's to empower the youth of Ghana and get them some social skills that will help their lives. And so that's why we're having this conversation. Mo is here. Also Nico from Denmark. Mo, how do you get volunteers to be the people you call playmakers?
Right.
How do you get them on board and say that, you know, like we're spreading ourselves out and going out there?
Yeah, I think the program or the organization we've been in existence for 14 years.
Okay.
We have now 8 game zones, we call it. And in these zones, you know, every time there are a lot of youth around and everybody wants to be part of it. So it's becoming a privilege to actually be part of the Playmakers program.
Okay.
One of the strategies usually is we have an open call where we have sign-ups and youth can sign up to be part of the program. We also utilize a lot of social media since everybody's pretty much on their phone these days. And like you said, you know, there's a lot of youth out there, so it's just sparking that opportunity and people jump on pretty much.
Yeah.
But also it's sports, it's music, it's lifestyle, and a lot of youth want to be part of that.
Okay, great. So let's get into what we should be expecting this time when you go out there for your program. What are the activities you've lined up?
Right, so we just completed a 2-day training of the trainers.
Okay.
And these are like the most experienced youth or playmakers that we've been working with over the 4 or 5 years now since we've had the partnership. So this Saturday, we're looking forward to having more youth taking on more leadership roles, also trying new approaches, trying new strategies like Nicolina said. She's mainly here to try new approaches with them and develop new structures with them. So we're looking forward to trying that on the field this Saturday. It could be uncomfortable for the youth, it could be great for the youth, but it's all part of nurturing them into becoming, like, you know, more outgoing, more taking out more leadership skills. So we're looking forward to that. We're also looking to do a lot of sports in itself, basketball, football, dance. This time around, in the previous project, it was only focused on basketball.
Yeah.
Now we added football and dance.
That is a good thing, though, because, you know, there's been a real rise of, you know, a lot of dancers who've come from the street. Right. And dance has become, it's always been part of us, but this time with social media and all of these new dancers that now I cannot dance again because I cannot do those moves, you know. Right. It's very imperative that you add that to your programs. Yeah. So I like that.
Yes. So that's what we're looking forward to for Saturday and Sunday.
So that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow at Lincoln Community School, Abelinkpe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also for a way to also include more girls in the activities. Of course, also to basketball and football, but we also know that dance can also be a good way to recruit even more girls in the program.
Okay. All right. So I think it's going to be exciting. You know, sports, dance, music, all of these things coming together. It's going to be one exciting one. So anybody can just pass through, right?
Right. If you're registered, you can pass through. If you want to come witness, you definitely can pass through. You can write to us on our social media if you want to come as an invited guest and observe. It's very open to everybody.
Okay.
And you can bring your kids to the game zone trainings in the different zones around.
Yeah. All right. I was going to ask you any last thing you'd want to add before you go. Of course, you can teach me some a few words in Danish. I can yelp with it. You know, I can brag with it. Like I can speak.
Yeah.
So what? So why would you teach me?
You can say, how are you? It's hvordan går det?
I heard hvordan good.
Hvordan går det?
Hvordan går det?
Yeah, hvordan går det?
Hvordan går det?
It's a good one to know, right? How are you? Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I say hvordan går det, you say godt.
God.
If it's good.
Oh, so good. Good.
Yeah, God.
So God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
People like love, so I love you.
Jeg elsker dig.
Jeg elsker dig.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
It's a good one too.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you very much for coming to the ball.
Thank
so
you.
on socials, Dunk
at grassroots _GH. At Dunk grassroots _GH.
Okay, on all the platforms.
And then at We Love Asphalt.
Yeah, We Love Asphalt is the Instagram account, and on Facebook it's Game.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mohammed Tariq, co-founder of Dunk Grassroots, and Nicolene Olsen. In fact, when you see, because we love football, when you see Olsen, you know where they're coming from. So thank you so much
for
coming through this one. Also, Kiki, I see you at the back there. So that's it for the conversation. Bring the A game happening tomorrow at the Lincoln Community School at Abelinkpe. It's free. It's for the youth. Just come through, enjoy yourself, learn some new stuff in sports, music, dance, and all that.